This is Shaheedah Hill, getting you over the hill to home ownership and helping you confidently buy your first home. I'm about to record a confidently closed video about someone who closed in Texas, and I'll have that video out to you soon. If you haven't seen any of my confidently closed videos, please watch that playlist after this. But I wanted to step away from hypothetical programs, all of the details and the information on proposals, because a lot of you that are interested in doing down payment assistance, there are already programs in your state that you probably can take advantage of now. You don't have to worry about proposals and that sort of thing, because I don't want it to stop you from potentially buying a house. So I was looking through like my videos from last year of some of my clients that did down payment assistance, and it wasn't always the easiest thing. You really have to find an agent that knows what they're doing. They know the program. They know if you would qualify, and if you do qualify, how to navigate you through that. So I wanted to, number one, show a video that my clients were nice enough to do. We're pretty much family at this point, but that they were nice enough to do at closing for me, just to kind of explain the process. I've never put the video out anywhere. I thought this was a good opportunity for you to see some of the people behind down payment assistance and how it does help them to buy a property, usually, of course, their first property. So I'm going to show that video, and then I'm going to give you, and it's very brief, about a minute, and I'm going to tell you what it takes to succeed with down payment assistance, because it's not always as easy as some people may make it seem. Like, oh, as long as you qualify, you'll get the down payment assistance. So
like, next year we have to just buy the house. And I was like, okay. And so a few days later, she called me and she said, I found this video, and this lady is talking about this program called Georgia Dream. And the program, it either pays $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000 or whatever towards your down payment or closing costs. And if we can use this, it would be a good time to use it before it runs out. You want to try? And so I was like, I'm always like, whatever. I'm like, sure, we can try, you know. And we've been working on our credit and consistent lives for a long time. And I called you. And I mentioned to you that what we were looking for, and I didn't know what to expect. But from then on, it's been a roller coaster ride to the office that we sit in now, where we just closed. And where's that key at?
I pull a key. I think it's on your like keychain, but yeah.
Key ring.
Yes.
So,
we have closed today.
this has been one of the most educational and uplifting and aspirational things of my life. How do you feel now being
I feel like, you know, Shaheedah actually made it an easier process, because I was so confused in the beginning.
Oh my God.
But you really made it, like, you know, understandable, and told us the whole process all the way through it.
You know what I just said to you a second ago? I said, do people ever feel like you're part of their family after you do this? And I really do, because I feel like, I swear to God, I feel like I was talking to someone who really cared about us this whole time.
Trying to get us the best.
Trying so hard, fighting for every single, you didn't give away 1 inch, and you got us the best deal, and you're just amazing. And I'm so thankful we found you.
We went through a process, because number one, not everybody in our state, you have to disclose that you're using down payment assistance. And we weren't in even the market that we're in now. But a lot of people don't want to work with people that are using down payment assistance programs, because the way the programs work, and even if any of the new proposals happen, more than likely you're going to have to disclose that program to the seller. The majority of the programs you have to disclose. And what a seller sees is that not only do you have to qualify for the home, of course, but now you have to go through an additional step. And in Georgia, that additional step took either additional 15, and when it got really busy, maybe 30 days. So when a seller sees that, they're saying to themselves, do I have to wait another 15 to 30 days for my home to close? No, thank you. Okay. So you have to really, again, be strategic, because it's one thing to get some kind of down payment assistance. It's another thing to actually find a house and a seller that wants to accept your down payment assistance offer. And I've done videos, and a lot of people I think have missed this video. It has a lot of views, but I think it's a really good video about why some people don't want down payment assistance in this market. But just to make it very easy, if I have 30 offers, I don't need to pick one with down payment assistance, where if that person's assistance doesn't get approved, they may not get the house. And that's a risk as a seller sometimes I'm not willing to take. So that's something that has to be thought about when you're thinking about doing down payment assistance. They can give you $100,000 in down payment assistance, but if the seller does not want to accept it, you won't get that house. Another thing, you don't want to get carried away on programs that don't exist. If you're wanting to do down payment assistance, or if you wanted to buy a house and you're thinking, let me make sure I don't qualify for something existing. Let me say that again, existing, that you don't, because you don't want to wait. You don't know where prices will be when certain programs may or may not come out. So I think sometimes it's too much. I haven't done a video detailing that program because it doesn't exist. And I don't want my subscribers to get, oh, I'm going to get $25,000. And sometimes people forget that part of it. The program doesn't exist. It's not something that, even has a date on it yet at all. So you don't want to wait for that. So if you are thinking about buying a home, if you are ready to buy, and I've done several videos about if you're ready to buy, if you're ready to buy, and then you're thinking, let me see if I qualify for a down payment assistance, then go ahead and research that. But never wait on a program, because when that program comes up, there may not be inventory for you to get. And like I said, we're in a seller's market. The most down payment assistance programs are best for a buyer's market or a balanced market. Down payment assistance programs generally do not work well for a seller's market. So be knowledgeable about that. Everything else is just clickbait at this point. So to put these programs in place, if they do these programs, it'll be detrimental to the housing market at this time. Number two, find a realtor that knows what they're doing in your state or in your city that has closed some down payment assistance before. And ask them, have you closed this loan before? What lenders do you use? Because most of the time when the federal government gives money to states fund it through lenders, through approved lenders. And so those lenders have to be approved. So if you have to work with, through lenders to get that money, and you want to make sure they're putting you in the right direction as to what lenders are even facilitating or participating in the program. So you want to make sure you have a realtor that's knowledgeable about, because all realtors don't want to do people with down payment assistance. So you just want to be knowledgeable about that. Number three, they will have income restrictions. They will have income restrictions, and they will have home price restrictions. So typically all of these programs have the maximum house price you can buy in your area. So it's not, I know in Georgia, our program has the highest you can get is 250,000 within the metro area. And then it goes out to 200,000 in some of the more rural areas. So there will be some caps, and it varies by, the average price in your city and that sort of thing. There will be income caps. There will also be price caps as to how much home you can purchase. And usually there's a household income cap. So even if somebody's not on the mortgage, if there are other people living and working in that home that are over 18, then they will be included in that household income typically. Number three, a lot of these programs, number four, y'all know how I do with my numbers. Number four, they may also have higher fees. So most of these programs, because lenders don't necessarily like to facilitate these programs, it's a lot of sometimes extra work, they charge more. Our program charges a 2% origination fee for the down payment assistance. So at closing, you're paying more. And so you probably do need those extra closing funds, because your closing costs will be more than normal or more than typical in most cases. And then just don't count on it. When you're ready to buy a house, you have your credit together, you have your savings, your down payment, your closing costs, you are financially stable, you are employment stable, and you're willing to stay in that house for 5 to 7 years, then you're ready to buy. And if you happen to be qualified for a program and it makes sense to use in your market, then do so. But don't get caught up in these down payment assistance programs that don't exist. If you want to use one that already does exist, and go to a realtor that knows what they're talking about and has done or participated in those programs in the past. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week.